Have you ever tried setting up something or trying to get something to work on a busted up computer or something that is no longer useful to you for whatever reason, and then you find that it doesn't work? Hello there, everybody. This is CP666 back with you yet again with the star of today's show. However, I do want to gripe a little bit about the cron utility for Linux. I can't get it to work with scheduled tasks. And I've tried many different things. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work. And while I would love to get it actually working because Linux is a lot more efficient than Windows is, I have a perfectly good Acer netbook right over there that not only does it draw less power, but it's set up to do exactly what I want it to do. So I'm going to swap them out, and I'm going to take this system and perform some swaps to turn it back into a much more usable machine than it is right now. So I'm going to hop you up on the tripod, and we're going to get started. Before anybody asks about it, there is a dictionary at the back of, or a French-English dictionary at the back of this towel, so it doesn't fall down. Anyway, so before you even get started with the removal, you want to make sure you remove the battery. That way we don't have any accidental system power-ons while we are trying to work on our system. First thing that we need to do is remove the palm rest. Now, I'm going to be doing what some people don't really want me to do, but I'm going to be doing an install of Windows 8 in a separate video, of course, because I don't want this one to become unbearably long. So, and a lot of people have been complaining about the length of my videos lately, so I'm going to make it nice, short, and sweet, and to the point. So, this screw is always the most difficult one, in fact. I'm going to lift the system up here, push this back, and I'm going to take this off that way. We are going to be replacing the display first and foremost here, and what I might also do is replace the Wi-Fi card, because I have an Intel part here. If I remember, the one that's installed now is Atheros, and I don't really want to pick favorites, but this is an ABG card. I'll see if the other one's an N card, but if I have an N card, I'm going to use the N card. But unfortunately, I might not be able to use an N card because I think I need more, oh gee, we have a screw there that's stuck. So let's, before I even work on this, I'm going to pull the hard drive. Just as a safety measure more than anything. Because I don't want the hard drive to get damaged in any way, shape, or form, so I'm going to be careful. I'm going to play a card, the safety card, that I don't need to. In case anybody hasn't watched my previous videos and wanted to know what this drive is, it is a certified repair 320 gigabyte 5400 RPM Seagate. Alright, so let's pull the palm rest off. Alright, I am also going to be removing the Ultra Bay device, because I don't want that damaged either. What is this? This is that OptiArc multi-DVD writer. I don't believe it's a dual layer drive, but I could be wrong about that. Alright, now we can remove the palm rest. Flip it upside down. And lift up. And you want to be very careful as to not break any cables, because there's a cable right here that can be very easily broken. As you can see, there it is in all of its glory. I think I'm going to end up doing a full teardown up until I get to the display, but we're going to remove the RAM as well, just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to have that in my way, and then I accidentally spear it and damage it. Alright, next is the keyboard. So there's one screw, I believe, yes there is. There's one loose screw as well, but there's one screw on the bottom of the machine right here that you use to remove the keyboard. It is not marked with a RAM symbol, but it is still marked with the other two that the palm rest symbols are marked with. So there's 4 screws here to remove the palm rest. They have 3 symbols. This one has 2. But this is the keyboard, so you want to remove this. And also not lose it. That would be a good idea. Again, you want to be careful because there is a ribbon cable on here that you don't want to break. I am going to be replacing this keyboard, just so you know. There's a ribbon cable right here that you want to remove somehow. If I can get this one up. There we go. And now that's off. I'm going to remove the eraser head from there, the track point nub from there. Next, we have the modem, which we are going to be reinstalling, or I might just not even bother to reinstall, because I don't care. Oh, this is an Intel chip, and I believe this is an N card, because it has the 3 antennas. So we might have a problem when we're trying to replace... Oh, you know what? I'm going to replace the card. I have to replace the card anyway, because the other part doesn't actually have 3 antennas, my display casing. So I'm going to have to replace it with another card. Oh well. Make sure you remember where all these screws go, by the way, because that's fairly important. So those two go to that. That goes to the hard drive caddy. And all of those go onto the back panel. Now you can remove the modem. Alright, now we have to remove the wireless card. I'm going to remove all of the antennas. I guess I don't really think that it matters where these go. Unless, actually, okay, I should rephrase that because there is a TR1 and a TR2. I don't believe those matter where they go, but this white one goes in the middle. But if it means anything, I would like to have it go where the gray one goes here and the black one goes here. I'm not going to be redoing it this way. If I could get this stupid thing to come off, that would be very nice. We'll pull those cables out. And that'll be good. Now I have to remove this. This is going to be the hard part because these are these screws that are tightened down way too freaking much. But these are different ones than are in the back panels, so you want to make sure you keep them. Alright, well it's probably not necessary for what we're doing. I'm going to pull the CMOS clock battery as well. There we go. So out comes that CMOS battery. Now, you will lose your CMOS data settings. It's not necessary. I wouldn't do it if there are settings that you don't know how to set. But I'm going to be changing the configuration in this all around anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be removing this palm rest cover right here. Or the keyboard bezel, sorry, not palm rest cover. There's a screw here, silver screw. Putting that there. And there are screws at the back that you also have to remove. There are 2 of them. And they are... Oh, I have to remove this, don't I? This modem has to be put back in temporarily. Because I need the friggin' space. So modem has to go there temporarily because I need the space here to work on this. There is, I believe, these are, I don't know what these are. Oh, okay. Alright, I think I got it. It is this screw here, which you can't even see. It's this screw here, still part of my ugly face. That screw there, and this screw here. They're the ones that have the flathead indentation in them. You want to remove both of those. I believe they are also different screws than what are in the bottom of the case. Or what are in most of the bottom of the case, anyway. But I'll know which ones they are because they are the ones that are on the back of the machine. Now what I hope we can do is remove this easily. I am going to have to replace it, so I don't really want to break anything. Oh crap. Alright, there's more. You're going to have to remove these 2 screws here. Sorry about that, forgot about 2 screws. There are 2 screws covering this metal plate. And those are, I think these are, yeah, these are the same screws as the one that you removed from the first part of the palm rest right here. Now make sure you don't lose that screw. You should be able to carefully lift out and remove that. Now let's get to the part that everybody wants to see, and that's the LCD removal. On the bottom, there are 2 screws right here. I believe these are the 2 screws that they mean. It should be one right here, one right here. Those have to be removed. Oh, there's a screw still stuck. Oh yes, these are also different screws, so you want to make sure that you remember where these go. Usually I keep my screws grouped anyway, so. The order in which they appear. So there are those 2. Okay, I'll flip this back over. Alright, there should be a screw here that we have to remove, and there is. This holds in a metal guide plate for the wireless antenna wires. And once again, that uses its own, I don't think it's its own special screw, but that uses a different kind of screw. Man, they lost their minds with all these different kinds of screws, haven't they? Alright, so this needs to be lifted up very carefully. Because that is the display connector. More tape that needs to be removed from the magnesium frame. I believe this is magnesium anyway. It might be something else. It's probably some kind of an alloy, however. I may just cut this because this is being difficult. There we go. So that's off. Then there are 2 screws right here, and again they're different, but there are 2 screws right here that you want to remove. You can see my face. Hi guys. They're put in tightly, so you want to have good quality equipment, and you also want to make sure that you A, don't strip the screws, and B, don't stab your motherboard. Or anything else for that matter. This one's in loosely. Then you should be able, whoops, watch these cables. There's a tie right here that I'm not sure, oh, they go at the back. So move those these wireless cables out the back, and you can lift the entire display assembly off. You can also see the crack, or at least I can. Maybe if I get it in a certain light on the camera. Anyway, I give up. So let me go get the old, or the new display panel, and we'll put it back in, and hopefully without any issues. Like I said, it only has 2 wireless antennas. Lucky for me, I know which way they go in. Alright, let's put this display panel in. So that goes in there. I don't have space to work. Move the hard drive, move the optical drive, and move the book, because I have to move the book temporarily. I'll put the book back later once I get this in. So that should be enough. should, oops, just forgot the cables. The cables go in that guide. Now we can put the screws for this LCD back in here. I'm going to make sure that it works completely, and we're going to boot the system up and try it out. See how well it works. Alright, moment of truth. Haven't plugged the battery in. Oh, it seems to be always powering itself on. That's kind of a problem. Just wait a second. I didn't plug this keyboard in properly. Maybe it was something else that was doing that, but the display works. So we'll let it start up. I'm going to fix this keyboard. See if she boots. Yep. Should complain about the time and date. Goes straight into CMOS setup. Config, network, wake on LAN, disable. Flash over LAN, sure, Ethernet LAN option ROM, disable. DMA enable, wireless LAN radio frequency is on. Escape out of that. Serial ports disabled, it should be. Parallel port doesn't have it, but I'll leave it alone. That should be fine. USB BIOS enabled, always on USB disabled. That's all automatic. Should be. Display, boot devices are all normal. Power, Intel speed step is on. So that should be all okay. Power control beep should be on. RAM. I'm going to enable the extended RAM test on this thing. SATA should be AHCI. I'm going to leave that. Intel VT. Multiprocessing. AMT. Let's enable that. Or actually, no. Let's disable that because I don't know what that's going to cause. Date and time. We're back to 1988. It is 7... 8... Oh. 27. Nope. Seven, 8, 2013, and it is, oh, that's not far off, 12/31, 12/32, sorry. Security, password, I don't have any of my BIOS passwords set, fingerprint reader, security chip, blah blah blah. All of that should be alright. Let's change our boot settings. Actually, that should be fine. I don't see why that would be an issue. Although this needs to be... Oh, I'll just leave it. Whatever. So that all seems to be functional. We'll exit saving changes. And we'll see if the system still boots. Or if I caused a problem. Alright, looks like she is booting. This display is a little bit different than my old one. At least that's what it looks like. No, it's the same display. No, it's exactly the same. Except it's not cracked. So it looks like it's booting. It looks like everything is working the way it should. So I'm going to end this right here. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is... Oh, the eraser head. I'm going to have to take this piece out, out of it. In order to... You know what? Screw it. I'm going to use this eraser head because it's cleaner. And that works. So, there you have it. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And, this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then.